Let me ask you something. Have you ever caught yourself staring into the mirror, wondering not just how many years you've lived, but how many you have left? Maybe it was after a doctor's visit when they said, "Everything looks fine, but we'll keep an eye on that," and your heart sank just a little. Or maybe it was when you sat down to tie your shoes and felt short of breath. Or when you walked into a room and forgot why you were there. Moments like these make you wonder, is this normal aging? Or is it a sign that time might be running out faster than you hoped? I want you to know something right now. You're not alone in feeling that way. Most people over 70 have felt it, sometimes quietly, sometimes fearfully, and the truth is, science has actually discovered something pretty incredible. There are signals, real, measurable signs, that can help predict how long we're likely to live after 70. Not fortune teller nonsense. Not superstition. I'm talking about real research from places like Harvard, Johns Hopkins, and the Mayo Clinic, studies that have tracked older adults for decades. And here's the most surprising part, some of the signs that matter most, they're not what most people think. They're not about cholesterol levels or how many pills are in your weekly organizer. They're about how you live, how you move, how you think, and even how you feel when you wake up in the morning. In this video, I want to share with you 10 signs, backed by science, that can quietly reveal your chances of living a long, healthy life after 70. Not to scare you, but to empower you, because these signs? Most of them are things you can do something about. Even small changes can add years, not just to your life, but to your joy, energy, and independence. So pull up a chair. Pour a warm cup of tea. And let's talk like two old friends. This might just be the most important conversation you'll have this year. Sign number 1, how fast you walk. I know, this one might sound almost silly. But research has shown that your walking speed, especially your natural walking speed, is one of the most accurate predictors of life expectancy in older adults. A massive study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that seniors who walked faster, around 2.6 feet per second or more, lived significantly longer than those who walked slower. Think about that. Something as simple as how briskly you walk from the living room to the kitchen could be a glimpse into your future. Why does walking speed matter? Because it reflects the health of multiple systems at once: your heart, lungs, nervous system, muscles, and balance. If your walking speed slows down, it often means one or more of those systems isn't functioning like it used to. So if you've noticed your pace getting slower without realizing it, or you find yourself shuffling more than striding, that's not just aging. That's a whisper from your body. And it's worth listening to. But here's the good news, studies also show that walking speed can improve with regular movement, strength training, and balance exercises. So it's not a fixed sentence. It's a signpost, and one you can turn around. To sign number 2, your grip strength. Here's something most people never think about until they struggle to open a jar of pickles or twist the cap off a water bottle. Your grip strength, literally, how strongly you can squeeze something, is a powerful indicator of how long you're likely to live. In fact, a major review of 42 studies involving nearly 4 million participants found that weak grip strength is strongly linked to earlier death, especially from heart disease. Why does grip strength matter so much? Because it's not just about your hands. Grip strength reflects your overall muscle quality and how well your nervous system controls your body. It's like a snapshot of your body's resilience, and yes, grip strength declines naturally with age. But a rapid decline? That's a red flag. The fix: simple resistance training. Even squeezing a soft ball for a few minutes a day, or doing light hand weights, can make a big difference. So don't underestimate your hands. They may be holding on to more than you realize. Sign number 3, your ability to stand up from a chair without using your hands. This one might seem like a small party trick, but it's actually a powerful test of longevity. Try it right now. If you can sit in a chair and stand up without pushing off with your hands, then sit down again. Easy, or maybe not so easy anymore. Researchers call this the sit-to-stand test. And it turns out, your ability to rise from a chair without using your arms can say a lot about your balance, muscle strength, and coordination. One study from Brazil followed people aged 51 to 80. Those who struggled with this simple movement were 5 times more likely to die within the next 6 years. It's humbling, isn't it? But again, this isn't about shame. It's about awareness. You can get stronger. You can improve your balance. The key is not to ignore the signs, because ignoring them doesn't make them go away. Sign number 4, frequent feelings of loneliness. This one isn't physical, but it might be the most heartbreaking. If you often feel lonely, left out, or isolated, you're not just hurting emotionally. Your body feels it too. Loneliness has been linked to a 26% higher risk of early death, on par with smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Yes, that's real. Scientists have found that chronic loneliness increases inflammation in the body, weakens the immune system, and even harms the heart. And here's what's important to know: loneliness isn't about how many people are around you. It's about whether you feel connected. You could be surrounded by family and still feel deeply lonely. Or you could live alone, but feel deeply connected through friendships, purpose, and community. So if you've been feeling isolated, please don't ignore that or reach out. Volunteer. Call an old friend. Join a group. Talk to someone. Even watching videos like this can help you feel a little more connected, because your heart, not just the emotional one, but the real one, depends on it. Sign number 5, unintentional weight loss. Now, you might think, well, hey, I lost a few pounds, that's probably good, right? But if you're losing weight without trying to, especially muscle weight, that could be a warning sign. After 70, unintentional weight loss often signals a loss of muscle mass, not fat. And that can mean frailty, weakness, and higher risk of falls, infections, and even hospitalization. Doctors call it sarcopenia, age-related muscle loss, and it's one of the quietest threats to longevity. So if your clothes are suddenly looser, or your arms and legs feel thinner without effort, don't brush it off, talk to your doctor. Make sure you're eating enough protein. And consider strength-building exercises. Even light ones can help maintain muscle. Remember, the goal isn't to be skinny. It's to be strong. Sign number 6. Trouble remembering or making decisions. Everyone forgets names or misplaces their glasses sometimes, but when forgetfulness becomes frequent, or when making decisions starts to feel overwhelming, that could be a signal your brain needs more care. Mild cognitive decline can begin subtly, but it's often a predictor of more serious issues down the road. Harvard researchers have found that early signs of memory issues, confusion, or poor judgment can correlate with a higher risk of shorter lifespan. But here's the hopeful part: your brain is a muscle, too, and just like your body, it responds to care, challenge, and attention. So if you notice mental fog, don't ignore it. Stay mentally active. Learn new things. Keep your brain sharp and stay social. Those things matter more than crossword puzzles ever will. That's 6 signs. And we've only just scratched the surface. In the next chapter, we're going to cover even more surprising signals, including one that's hiding in your daily habits, and another that's right there in your voice. But before we go there, take a moment, think about what you've heard so far. Has your body or your heart been whispering any of these clues to you? This isn't about fear. It's about paying attention. Your body isn't trying to scare you. It's trying to protect you, and if you're willing to listen, there's still so much life to live. So now that we've uncovered 6 powerful signs your body might already be showing you, let's keep going, because what I'm about to share with you next, these aren't just warning lights. They're opportunities. Gentle nudges from your body and mind, saying, hey, we're still here. Let's make the most of the time we have. And some of these signs, they're hiding in plain sight, in the way you speak, the way you sleep, and even in how you feel about your future. Let's walk through them together. Sign number 7, the tone and speed of your voice. This one caught me by surprise when I first read about it, but researchers at the Mayo Clinic and other major institutions have discovered something fascinating. The tone, strength, and pace of your voice, especially how it changes over time, can be a strong predictor of overall health and even longevity. People whose voices become consistently weaker, slower, or shakier as they age are often showing signs of underlying neurological or muscular issues, many of which are tied to how well the brain and body are aging. In fact, studies show that slower speech or increased pauses in conversation can be early indicators of mild cognitive impairment, even before memory loss appears. It's not just about speech, it's about connection. When your voice becomes quieter or hesitant, it can lead to less communication, and that isolation, as we discussed, has real health consequences. So if you or someone you love starts to sound different in subtle ways, pay attention. Not with fear, but with curiosity. Speak often. Sing, even if it's off-key. Call an old friend. Use your voice often and boldly, because the more you use it, the stronger it stays. Sign number 8, poor sleep patterns. Now, I know many people over 70 struggle with sleep. You wake up at 2 a.m. and can't fall back asleep. You feel tired during the day but can't seem to nap. Or you wake up feeling like you never really rested. Sound familiar? Here's what science tells us. Consistently poor sleep, especially fragmented or shallow sleep, is a strong predictor of cognitive decline, heart issues, and a shorter lifespan. Your body does most of its healing while you sleep. That's when your brain flushes out toxins, your heart rate lowers, your immune system resets. If that process is interrupted night after night, your whole system starts to wear down. Researchers at UC Berkeley found that older adults who sleep less deeply have a significantly higher risk of Alzheimer's disease, cardiovascular problems, and even early death. But again, there's hope. Sleep can be improved through simple lifestyle changes, things like turning off screens an hour before bed, avoiding caffeine late in the day, keeping a regular bedtime, and even just making your bedroom cooler and darker. You don't need sleeping pills. You need sleep hygiene and a consistent rhythm. Treat your sleep like sacred time. Because it is sign number 9, how you handle stress. This one might surprise you the most. It's not about whether you have stress, we all have it. It's about how you respond to it. You see, the way your body and mind react to stress after age 70 can reveal a lot about your future health. A study from Carnegie Mellon University found that older adults who had low stress resilience, meaning they got overwhelmed, anxious, or stayed upset for long periods, were much more likely to develop chronic illness, cognitive decline, and die earlier than those who bounce back quickly. Why? Because chronic stress floods your body with cortisol, a hormone that, in high amounts over time, weakens your immune system, raises blood pressure, and even shrinks areas of your brain responsible for memory and focus. But those who practiced healthy coping, like deep breathing, prayer, talking to someone, going for a walk, had lower inflammation and stronger immune systems. So, ask yourself, how do you handle stress? Do you breathe through it, or bottle it up? Do you talk, or shut down? It's never too late to build resilience. And even small changes in how you respond to daily challenges can literally change the course of your health. Sign number 10, your outlook on life. Now, I saved this one for last in this chapter for a reason, because it might just be the most powerful and the most beautiful. Your attitude about aging, about your future, about your value in this world, can deeply influence how long and how well you live. A groundbreaking study from Yale University found that seniors with a positive view of aging lived, on average, 7.5 years longer than those who had a negative view. That's not just amazing. That's life-changing, and it makes sense, doesn't it? If you believe life still has meaning, still has joy, still has purpose, you're more likely to take care of yourself, stay active, stay connected, and make healthy choices. But if you feel like the best years are behind you, or that you're just waiting out the clock, your body listens, your brain listens, your heart listens. And now, I know it's not always easy to stay positive. Life brings losses, grief, health problems, change, but inside every one of us is a light that doesn't go out with age. It just needs to be noticed. You're still here. You still matter. And you still have so much to give to yourself and to others. The way you think about your future shapes your future. So if you've been feeling hopeless, discouraged, or invisible, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not invisible. You are not past your prime. You are still here for a reason, and every day you wake up is another chance to add beauty to this world. So, let's take a breath. We've now explored 10 powerful, science-backed signs that can predict how long and how well you'll live after 70, not in a fearful way, but in a way that invites you to listen to your body and your heart. Let's recap the second set of signs: your voice and how it changes your sleep quality, how you respond to stress, and your overall attitude toward aging. These are quiet things, easily ignored, but when you pay attention to them, when you nurture them, they become your allies. So here's the question I want you to carry with you: what one small thing can you do today to strengthen your voice, to sleep a little better, to breathe a little deeper when life gets hard, or to shift your thinking toward hope instead of fear? That one thing could change everything. In our final chapter, we're going to put it all together. We'll talk about what to do next, how to use these 10 signs, not just to understand your health, but to shape your future, and I'll walk you through a gentle, empowering way to create a long life action plan, a personal map for adding years to your life and life to your years. We've walked through 10 powerful signs, not just of how long you might live, but of how well you're living right now. And if you've been nodding along, maybe even wiping a tear or two, thinking, this makes sense. This is me. But now what do I do with it? Friend, this chapter is your answer, because knowing the signs is only the beginning. What truly matters is what you do next, and I promise you this: it's not too late. Whether you're 70, 80, 90, or somewhere in between, you still have time to make choices that change the story. So let's sit together and gently build your long life action plan, not a strict routine, not a guilt trip, just a personal roadmap rooted in science, wrapped in compassion, and made just for you. Ready? Let's begin with the heart of it all. As step 1, start with one powerful question before we jump into goals and habits. I want you to ask yourself this: what do I want more of in my life? Not just time, but quality. For some, it might be energy to play with grandkids. For others, it's the clarity to enjoy reading or remembering names again. Maybe you want to feel safer walking outside, or be able to take a trip without feeling exhausted for days after. Whatever it is, name it. Write it down if you can, because that simple desire, that's your North Star, and your long life action plan is just the path to help you follow it. Step 2, pick one sign to focus on. We've talked about 10 signs, but here's the truth: trying to change everything at once? That's overwhelming, and it never lasts. Instead, choose just one sign that stood out to you the most. Maybe it was your sleep, maybe it was loneliness, maybe you've noticed your walking speed slowing down, or that you've been forgetting words more often. Whatever it is, make that your focus for the next few weeks, and don't worry, the others will come. But focus is the secret to real progress. Now let's look at what to do about it. Step 3. Create a simple, science-based daily habit. Let's say you chose loneliness. Your new daily habit might be call one friend or family member a day for 5 minutes. Or walk to the local coffee shop and say hello to 3 people. Or join a virtual book club or support group. Many are free and made for seniors. If you chose sleep, your habit could be you shut off screens 1 hour before bed, take a warm bath in the evening to signal wind down time. Or, do 5 minutes of gentle stretches and deep breathing before getting under the covers. If you're worried about cognitive decline, your habit might be you do one brain exercise each morning, like a word puzzle or memory game. Read out loud for 10 minutes to strengthen speech and memory. Or, learn one new thing each day, a new word, a new fact, a new song. Keep it simple. Consistency beats intensity. And science agrees, daily habits, even small ones, make huge impacts over time. Step 4. Involve someone you trust. Here's a truth you already know deep in your bones: we are not meant to do this alone. Change sticks best when you have a witness, a companion, someone who cares. Share your long life action plan with someone you trust, a friend, your spouse, a grandchild, even your doctor. Let them cheer you on. Let them check in. Let them care, and if you don't have someone right now, you can start by writing it in a letter to yourself. Speak to yourself like a dear friend. There's power in that. Step 5. Track the feelings, not just the results. This part might be the most important. When we talk about longevity, people often think it's about numbers, heart rate, cholesterol, blood pressure, but those are indicators, not motivators. What really keeps us going is how we feel. So instead of only tracking how many hours you slept or how many steps you took, ask you: did I feel more alive today? Did I smile? Did I connect? Did I feel proud of myself for showing up? Even if it was just one moment, celebrate it. Your body remembers joy. Your brain rewires around hope. That's not fluffy talk, that's neuroscience, and when you feel good, you're more likely to keep going. Step 6. Return to your why. Again and again, you will have days when it's hard, when you feel tired or discouraged. That's okay, but in those moments, come back to your North Star. Why are you doing this? Who are you doing this for? Maybe it's to be here for a great grandchild's wedding. Maybe it's to stay sharp enough to write your life story down. Maybe it's just to feel peace in your body, less pain, more ease. That why is your fuel. Come back to it as often as you need. And now, before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a vision. Imagine yourself a year from now. You've been gently tending to one small habit each month. You've had conversations with people you care about. You've moved your body a little more, slept a little better, smiled a little longer. What does that future you look like? Can you see the sparkle in your eyes? Can you feel the confidence in your steps? That's not a fantasy. That's what's possible, starting today. So here's what I want you to remember. Friend, you are not powerless. Your body is still listening, your brain is still growing, your heart is still open, and your future? It's still being written. Whether you're 70 or 97, you have today. You have this moment. And that's where life begins again. So take that first step, to speak that first word, to breathe that deeper breath, because longevity isn't about clinging to time, but it's about honoring it, living it, loving it, one beautiful, ordinary day at a time. That you've got this. And I'm here with you, every step of the way. And now go and live the years ahead with strength, clarity, and joy. You've earned it.